Welcome guys. After data visualization, it is data transformation topic that we should understand to effectively use our language to create certain data analytics. In this video, we learn about various important activities that we do as a part of data transformation. As a part of completion of this activity, we learn about DPLYR package. It is a package that we mostly use for data manipulation. To make it simple, to conduct exploratory data analysis, it is very important that dplyr function is installed on your system. The library related to it should be installed. When compared to the most of the activities that we really do in calculating statistical values for the purpose of completing exploratory data analysis, when we compare the way we do it manually, it is very easy and handy when we are doing it using dplyr package. Some of the important functionalities that we use as a part of conducting data manipulation activities in this chapter include usage of filter, arrange, select, mutate, and summarize functionalities. So let us start with filter functionality such that we successfully conduct some of the transformation activities and make you understand and become make you aware of some of the important function actions that we do because of the filter function. Whenever we start an activity, before initiating the activity, it is very important to know about prerequisites of the program that we are going to write using our language. Means, for example, we need a data set to conduct activity, and we need library files of that particular data set, and we need a library package that is installed on on your device, like about which, like what type of function we are using. For example, in this section we are using dplyr package, and we are going to use data set of New York flights, NYC flights 13. And to use dplyr file, we use tidyverse. Okay, so to do that, what we need to do is we need to install these two packages. After installing these two packages, then only we can continue with our activity. So let us start installing these two prerequisites in your SQL RStudio. I'm sorry, we need to install these two things on RStudio. Let me open my RStudio. Here it is, my RStudio, and I'm installing install dot packages, open bracket and close bracket. In the double quote, we need tidyverse, TIDY, tidy, VRSE, verse, RSE, verse. Click enter and it starts installing the package. Okay, here it comes like this. As tidyverse is already installed on my system, it is showing some error, but see, this is the code that we need to use. Install dot packages, then double quotes. In the double quotes, you need to keep TIDDY VRSE, tidyverse. Press enter and it starts installing your package. Okay, after completing that, install. So now it is working. See, the downloaded binary package is in some, already it is installed, so it is giving this kind of error. Now let us start install dot packages, install.packages, NYC flights 13, NYC FLIGHTS flights 13. See, first one is for ensuring that the needed functionality is provided in this studio, means the dpylr library is installed such that we can use functions such as filter and other functions that are given in the list. Okay, and this one is for the data set. NYC flights 13 is a package that consists of data set that we will be using. Okay, just enter, click enter, and it will take some time for you to install all the packages. For me, it is taking limited time because already the application, I mean the package is already installed in my system. So is the case. Okay, to ensure that these two are properly fixed, let us start calling a data set, means a table of data by name flights. Okay, I'm clicking FLIGHTS flights. You can see here I'm clicking in the bottom left side bottom of the window. Okay, click on flights, just FLIGHTS. Oh, we need to call libraries now. Now, after installing packages, let us call library. Library, open bracket, close bracket, tidy was. So library will be added to the file. Then, after this activity completes, this activity is completed now. Now, let us start using library, open bracket, close bracket. What we call new act flights, NYC FLIGHTS 13. Okay, so now package is built in. After these two things happen, then we need to call the flights dataset. By calling flight dataset, it displays whatever the details that it contains, like flight dataset contains. Okay, now let us try FLIGHTS flights. Now you can see that. Now you can see that this is flight dataset contains some of the column names called year, month, date, departure time, scheduled departure time, uh, departure delays, arrival time, and scheduled arrival time. Okay, from this information we can identify whatever the important information that we can like extract. For example, if you want to know like what are the flights that are left early, that are departed early, as all the passengers were early to the flight, means when all passengers are in the flight, we can departure early, right? So for example, we have bus at 9:30, and if all the passengers that are supposed to get into the bus are at the bus stop by maybe 9 o'clock, then we can start at 9 o'clock itself, right? As everybody is there, and if driver and conductor are also available, we can start early. Okay, in the same way, there are some flights that departed early, and there are some flights that got delayed. Delays can be caused because of the internal issues, otherwise some passengers are not on time. So usually uh, buses will wait for some time for the passengers to come, but trains and airways, they won't wait for the passenger. They will be on time at least. Okay, if they are delaying their departure time, so it means that if they are delaying the departure time, means so they got some technical issue in that way. Okay, we got this information. Now we can transformation means we can filter out like whatever the information, like every time when you try to print some data, it will be displaying all these columns, right? If you want to like display only one particular column, that is what we call transformation. Like rather than displaying everything, it is displaying whatever we expect to display. So that is what we call transformation, a simple transformation. Let us start with filter option. So that is the first option that is given in the book. So we start with filter option here. So let me check with the textbook. So this is the textbook. Now we have installed NYC Flights 13 and Tidyverse. So both the things are installed and they are ready. And now we can use with NYC Flights, and we tested whether Flights is working or not. And we can see that all these details are displayed in our terminal. Now some of the basics we use, that is first one is filter. Filter is the function that we are going to use. So how filter will be used? See, filter will have a structure of what is the data source that we are using, and condition and the condition that we want to test. So this states that from this complete from this complete from this complete table, if you want to display columns that having month value, like maybe here it might be 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 like that. If the values of a month have like a lot of numbers, and if you want to display only month values having 2, means January month details. If you want January month details, usually we have 12 months, right? One is for January and 12 is for December. If you want to display just January month details, you can select that filter. And what is the data set that we are filtering? Flights data set. And you can keep month is equal to 1. Is equal to means it compares month value. These are month values. When month value is 1, it means it compares month value. When comparison is happening, we use is equal to. And when we are assigning something to it, we use is equal to. One single is equal to. When we use double in is equal to, the value that is related to the variable will be compared with the actual value that is given. So if you use filters, month is equal to 1. So or like month is equal to whatever the integer value it is having, you are supposed to test it by using only integer value, because this is numerical. Usually numerical values, most of the numerical values without decimal points are called integers, and if it got some decimal values, we call them double values or float values. So let us it is not actually, it is not exactly true, but to make it simple, as of now, understand it in that way. When we have a value other than decimal points, we call it a integer, and when we have decimals, we call it a double. Keep that in mind for as of now. Okay, just for now. Okay, when I make change to it, just change your mind again. All right, so let us keep it simple. Here month value can be 1, so we are using when month, we are filtering flights data set. When month value is equal to 1 means when month is when value is 1, and day is equal to 1, when day is 1, we are supposed to display data. Okay, so let us try it. So we have a RStudio, and go to bottom. I doubt this one might be disturbing us, so I will move this one aside. Arey yaar, how many times it happens. Chalo, huh? Let us try it. Now what we try is we try it with a filter, filter. We already have all the packages that are installed. So filter. What is the data set that we are going to filter? Flights, 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 comma, month should be compared with 1. When the month value is 1, just display it. So it's displaying, right? It is, you are getting displayed. It contains nearly 26,994 rows. It is not displaying all the details, it is just displaying top 10. You need to understand that it won't contain just 10 values, it contains nearly 26,994 rows of that kind of information, which contains value month is equal to 1. Okay, now let us try with month is equal to 2. You can see that Now the table contains all the data with month value is 2. Now let us try with month value is equal to 3. You can see that it's happening, right? Now let us add one more condition, like I need month value should be 3 and I just want day value that should be equal to 1. Not 1, already 1 is displaying, right? I want it to be 2. So now what happened? A single is equal to is given, it cannot be accepted, so we need to give 2 is equal to. So now you can see that when month value is equal to 3 means when the month is 3 and when the day is 2, these are the data set that is related to the task filter that you have given, and you can see that there are 755 values of same kind of data. All right, so this is a simple exercise of displaying whatever the data that you need. Next, let us try with allocating data, I mean simplifying data sets rather than uh, every time displaying using all this information. We can allocate. See, for example, when the value of month is equal to 3 and when the value of day is 2, we can create a output and we can keep all the results into one particular variable. Okay, now we can do that. That is, maybe see, not only jan, here it is given jan1, that is a variable xyz. I'm using xyz, so moving values into that. So that's why arrow is this side. It means that whatever the value, whatever the expression that we give here, by executing that expression and whatever the result we get, that will be sent into xyz, means xyz value become that. Now after that, after executing that statement, now what we do is we use a statement filter. What is the data set? Flights, comma, what is the month? month is equal to 3, comma, what is the day? Day is equal to 2. Now this is run. Now xyz value, see, if you can see that global contains now xyz data with 765 variables. Got it? Now let me run this xyz. When you use xyz, now it displays the value. So it displays the same values that was displayed in the earlier step. Okay, 765 values, 765 values by 19 columns by 19 columns. Now it means that you can store whatever the result you got. That result can be stored into a particular variable. Here you can see that global environment. In that global environment, we can see all such variables and values that are assigned to it. So maybe, for example, a is equal to 2. You can see that value. See, now you got a is equal to 2. In that way, here it shows all the variables and their present values. Okay, by here you understood that we can filter something and we can store the result that we achieved into a variable. Okay, so that's it. Till this, that is the information we got. And comparison, like you cannot use is equal to. Comparison can be done by double click, double equal to, and there is a comparison near function. It will be used to estimate, like in the previous step I used is equal to compare whether month value is equal to 1 or not. Now we can use near value. So for example, near is the function near sqrt of 2. Sqrt is square root of 2. What is the square root of 2? So let me show you that. Okay, sqrt square root of 2 is 1.414. So you got that right, 1.414. Now you got 1.414 as square root. Now square root of 2, if we do square of 1.414, you should get 2, right? Now what we do is square root of square root power of 2, that is 2. So what we try to do is, let us compare it near. Look at near can be used as alternative to is equal to near sqrt of 2 comma 2. Now what it does is, So it compares these two values. Square root of 2, what is the value of square root of 2? 1.141. Now it attempts to compare it with 2 that is given after the comma, and if these two values are equal, it displays true, and if these two values are not equal, it displays false. Let me try. So now it is false. Okay, now what I do is, like, I will put square here. Okay, power 2, upper arrow, like usually we see it on sixth of your keyboard. When you press shift and 6, it gives power symbol, upper arrow symbol. And upper arrow comma 2 mean upper arrow, and after the whatever the value that is given, that will be the power of the number for which upper arrow is given. So here square root of 2, upper arrow means square root of 2 power 2, which will be equal to 2. Now near function is trying to compare square root of 2 power 2, which is 2, and comma 2, means when we compare these two values, now it should display true. You can see that it displays true. This is near function that is done. And these are, if you remember your childhood days, these are sets, intersections, sets, and you can see union, intersection, XOR, and not. So this kind of functionalities are given here. So what is this? This is y and not x. This is x. It means that it also includes the portion, intersection portion. Not x means it won't include intersection portion. Now x and x or y, it means x or y, it means both contains complete set of x and y, x or y. Well, like, it will be both, all the data that is related to x, all the data that is related to y. If I use and, it becomes intersection again. So now here it is x and y, the value that belongs to both x and y, means it should be here intersection part. XOR, okay, the value that belongs to x and y but does not belongs to x and y, means XOR y minus x and y. X or y, this is the value, minus x and y, means intersection part should be removed, that becomes XOR. X and not y, it is the value belongs to x but it is not belongs to y, means the value that is in x part of and y part, common part, will not be come under inclusion. So this is how we calculate. These are some basic sets related detailing, so that we use in identifying the values. For example, if so when we are comparing your ID and password, what we do, we compare both your ID and password. ID should match, password should match. If any one can match bills, it will be providing inappropriate access to the intruders. Understood? So what we need to do, both the things should be successful. So we use and. Password is equal to password that is stored in the database. ID is equal to ID that is stored in the database. If these two conditions are successful, then only we can go forward. That is what we call x and y. This intersection should happen. So now we can use this kind of command to run values. Let us see here. If you can check this, what it means. We are going to filter flights. Again, month in. Month in means values will be in. If the values, there is a set of values 1 to 10, the value should be in 1 comma 2 means it should be in 1 and 2. Understood? So it should contain the value set, month set should contain 1 and 2. So this means that it won't, we are, it is this, when we run this command, what happens is this will be displaying the values of months that have values 11 and 12. Okay, it's a simple statement. Let us try that. Filter what is the data set? Flights, comma, months modulo means the way we use double quotes, okay, in C of 11 comma 12. Filter fillet, excellent, yeah. Genius, filter filter flights is that filter months, it is month. Now you got it. So it displays all the details that are related to month, and the month value that will be equal to 11 and 12. Okay, this is very easy, guys. Now we are done with this activity. What we do with missing values, when NA is what we call missing value. So flights when month is equal to NA. Let's go. This means that when the travel, like take for example, if this usually when we include some details, what we do, like for example, when we are including a reference, if we don't have issue number and volume number on the reference that we got, what we do, we usually ignore it, right? So in the same way, while this complete data set is created, when some certain information is not available, what the dataset creator will do, he will be keeping those areas empty, and those empty areas we call missing values. Okay, means that particular dataset miss certain number of values. Usually what we do is we represent that data, that fields wherever the value is not available as any. Okay, so just remember that. That's it, table. These all some basic things, you can try it if you want. Okay, so that's it. This is all for the training. Do these activities and copy all the results, these results onto your Word document, and submit it to me as by name, subject name, practice week 3. Practice week 3. Got it? Chalo guys, I will make exercises videos in the next vid. All right, bye bye, take care.